Okay, y'all. It's gonna be Carpe the tomato. That was bad, wasn't it? I know. So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Finally, a weather break. We're gonna be in the 50s tonight. So it is time to get in here as quickly as we can and start pruning up the tomatoes, doing a little bit of tilling, cleaning up the gardens today and tomorrow, and maybe into Monday, simply because the weather is giving us the opportunity to do so. We will unfortunately be back up to 100 degrees by like Wednesday. Not happy. So basically, I've got to get any dead, any yellowing. I've got some spotting going on. Trying to get in here. It's been difficult to get in here and trim up and prune and check my tomatoes this last week when it got so stinking hot. I could get in here and water, but I couldn't necessarily do more. I was trying to make sure my cows, look here, look here, look here, look here, look here, so you're not alone. You are not alone. My cows and my animals took top priority. Making sure everybody was adequately cared for. So right now, I'm just coming in here. I'm going to go through each one a little bit better than what you're seeing. I've got to get more airflow, okay? This is why I tell you, see, we're looking at about 3 feet apart. I really think 4 feet apart, either which way with your tomatoes is the way to go, because when they really start to take hold and grow, they just start clumping together. And when you have the humidity, is that a word? The humidity, the high and the humidity, sure it is, why not? The humidity, the humidity that we've been seeing here lately, it can cause a lot of disaster for tomatoes. So I have got to remedy all of this as soon as I can by tomorrow. Okay, so I'm pulling some just pulling. I'm gonna have to come out here early in the morning and take care of some of this. I wanna get some of these suckers as well. See, life happens, heat happens, work happens. And so sometimes, you know, it's not that you aren't doing your due diligence, it's just that your due diligence takes you elsewhere. So we're catching up, all is good, and it's gonna be okay, but I'm getting in here in the nick of time. So let's be honest here. The next 2 weeks are gonna get really, really hot. I had a lot of things happen this week in my personal life with my family, with people waking up, and I've also seen some things with my own 2 eyes. Maybe some things that you have already seen in your area. Maybe I just live on the farm and don't see a whole lot, but I could not believe my eyes at the local mall down in Knoxville, Westtown Mall. The stores are closed, guys. How do you shop at all if the stores aren't open? Wow, this one is coming on really good. So I'm gonna take that off. Look, I've got some spotting. I gotta get that off. Down here, look at these tomatoes coming on all over. So really overall doing really, really well despite the heat. But like I said, I'm trying to really take care. So here's the deal. So I went to the mall the other night because I needed help. Come here, get that off. I needed help with my computer. I have an Apple computer and I have an Apple iPhone. If you don't like them, that's your business. I have those products and I use them. And about every, 6 to 12 months or so, I have to go to the Apple store because I'm a dodo bird and I need extra help. So, I mean, for real, I know I can edit videos and do simple things, but, sometimes there's just some things that I need a little help with. So, and the Apple store and the folks with Apple, I will give credit where credit is due. They have been very nice to me. So anyway, so we went to the mall, and I go to the mall like never. And I shop at the mall basically never. And we went into one of the main areas in the mall that goes straight to Apple, one of the openings or entrances or whatever. We walked in. To the left, to the left, to the left, stores were closed. Not empty. They had stuff in them. They were actually operating businesses, but at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday night, the store was closed. Look to the right, coffee shop, ain't nobody buying no coffee. I keep walking. I don't think anything about it at first. I was like, okay. The Apple store is in front of me. I turn to the right. The Vera Bradley store. Now, I do like Vera Bradley purses. I do. closed. What do you mean Vera Bradley's closed? If I made a trip down here to the mall, I at least want to look around in the window for a little bit. No, nobody's there. Closed. We tend to our business in Apple. I come out, everything got fixed and resolved or whatever. You know, they finally told me, you know, Terry, you can do these things. No. What is her name? Auntie whatever, the pretzel place that has those yummy pretzels, closed. All around us in that one little store area. I didn't walk the mall. I didn't go up and down the block. I didn't do any of that. I was in and out, that one little entrance in and out. And we counted, I believe it was 5 stores that were closed by 7 p.m. And even some of them had have their schedule on the door closed. Got some curl here. Look, got some curl. Got some curl. I wish I had that much curl in my hair sometimes. So, I'm going to talk while I work. So here's my thing. You know, I know we just went through COVID, and I was talking to some people about it. And I just honestly don't go to the mall enough, y'all. You know, I really thought the last, 6 months or so, things around here started feeling a little bit more normal. You know, people are out more, people are living here in East Tennessee. So I don't know if they got to a point where they just got used to certain hours and, so be it. Or, what I really think is it could be, and I'll let you tell me, I don't think they have the workers. I don't think they have people helping them and working at the shops. And so I don't think they have a choice. The interesting part about this to me is my mother, years ago, owned some clothing stores. She sure did. And she had some clothing stores. She had one in West Knoxville. She had one in East Knoxville at East Town Mall. Y'all remember that place? Y'all ever been there? It's not there anymore. And East Town Mall, and even one in Florida. And I'm telling you right now, if you've ever owned a business and you have a lease, like with a mall or with a strip center or whatever, they tell you what time you open. They tell you what time they open and what time that you have to be open and what time you close. With a mall situation, like my mother has confirmed for me, she said, we had to open at a certain time or we got fined. We could not close until the mall closed or we got fined. That was not allowed. That was not allowed. So my point here is, are these stores paying these fines because they're closing at 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. as opposed to when the mall actually closes, which is 8 p.m.? Or has it gotten so bad with situations that we've seen in the last 2 years, and now people don't want to work, that the mall itself doesn't have much of a choice but to allow these things to happen, because they'll just close up and then the mall won't have any business itself and the whole thing's just gone. Okay, so you really, like I said, you do not want, I don't want that here. I know y'all love that stuff. I do too, but I don't want it growing next to my tomato. You don't want these leaves on the ground. You don't want them drooping to the ground. So I'm trying to get everything trimmed up, clipped up, brought up. So that's what I'm working on very quickly right now. So what do you think? I mean, is this happening at malls in your area? See, I don't shop the malls, y'all. I'm out of that loop. So it was a shock to me. Maybe I'm just behind on times. Very likely am. I just don't shop the malls like a lot of people. So to see that and to know what I know is very shocking. Retail is going to be struggling really hard very soon. And it's not going to take a lot in order to just really rock it off of its boat. Rock it off the boat. What do you think? Okay, making progress finally. I feel like I'm making some progress. So another thing that I've seen this week, and I'm going to put the clip below, hope you can see me, is that there was a guy that used to be on Fox News. This scrolled on YouTube, just happened to be like in my home, when you go to your homepage and you see thumbnails of recommendations to you or something. I don't watch CNBC News like ever, no. But there was a a clip of, is his name Frank Lutz? Is that right? And he just put out an interview this week talking about inflation. And they were asking him questions about it. I'll put the link down below so you can see it for yourself because I'm just paraphrasing. And he basically said, I saw this yesterday, and he basically has said that we have about 13 days. Is it windy, y'all? I'm sorry. It feels good though. Bless my heart. He said that basically we have 13 days for what is going to be the rudest awakening, basically a rude awakening that our country is about to face. And here's the reason why. The reason why is because there are 3 main holidays here in the United States. So you guys that are overseas and whatnot, we're pretty doggone big into Thanksgiving. We do love our Christmas time here, that type of holiday season. And we love our 4th of July. And a lot of people cook. A lot of people go on vacation. A lot of people spend money this time of year. They barbecue, they go on vacation, they go out on the boat, whatever. And he was talking about how they're about to be slapped really, really hard with the reality that maybe they've been avoiding, or maybe people have been in denial about. There's no denying the inflation that we are facing and the problems that basically we are facing. Again, I'm paraphrasing. Go watch the video. And he said in about 13 days, which essentially puts us into the July 1st weekish, he was like, this is when the rude awakening is going to really hit. I think if you pair that up with something else we could be facing, guys, the next 13 days could be rough. Now, I'm going to let you talk to me about this next scenario. So we're basically entering into the 3rd week or so of June, and the Roe versus Wade decision, or whatever all is going on with that. From what I understand, I want you to update me on that. You tell me what's going on. Basically, we're looking at, that's been pushed till what? The end of the month, right before the 1st of July. And I have a pretty good understanding of all of these things, but I don't like to predict things that I honestly, well, we're all going to find out, aren't we? We are just absolutely, these look good, going to find out. And so I just want you to be aware of a lot of situations as far as what you're seeing already at play. Gas prices, retail, feed prices particularly, but you also need to be aware, situationally of where you are and what's going on, because we could really see some serious stuff go down in the next 2 weeks. I think you're going to see tempers continue to be up. I think you're going to see people continuing to wake up. So, you have tempers, you have emotions, you have panic, you have a lot of things going on in the public, outside of your world here. And a lot of you face it multiple times a day. Please be careful. Please stay in tune as every day ticks by of potentials. Please continue to make sure you're doing your due diligence. Make sure you have things at home that are important for you to be sustainable: food, water, shelter, medicine, self-protection, etc., etc. 2 weeks from tonight, or on July 4th, we make a great video, eating hot dogs and lighting some sprinklers. Good, I hope so. You're invited. But until then, these are some of the things that we are seeing. And like I said, if you go out and you pay attention, things are definitely changing. And people are waking up. Stay very safe out there. I'm going to conclude in the morning. I've got some more trimming to do. I'm going to be trimming over there. I've got to get more clips. Got to get more things up. Most of my tomatoes still, despite this crazy heat and lack of rain, is doing really, really well. I'm going to continue to work with them. You know, it's just like this. There may be one or two up here that I'm a little concerned about. I'm going to continue to watch them. Make sure you're putting your spray out. I'm going to be putting out also some, I haven't had any pests, but Captain Jack's going to put that out. I've got a, you know, good 24, 48 hour period right now where I can do a lot of things. So that's what I'm focusing on. And no, I don't use gloves. So that is that. All right, guys, like, subscribe, share. A lot of videos coming your way. Busy, busy, busy. And I know you're busy too. And I appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next video. Y'all have a blessed, blessed weekend.